Okay, if you're up to this stage, you have now finished your typeface and you will be completing some annotation for that refinement stage. So at this stage, we need to annotate your final refined concept, discussing particularly the process of the media that was used to create each concept. So what I want you to do first is watch this video. This will explain the three screenshot photos that you need to capture. You can go back if you've already finished, and all you need to simply do is screenshot the range of tools that you have used, and it is those that you will discuss in your annotation. So you can keep watching along to find out exactly what those tools you're looking for are, or if you know exactly the ones you used, you can go ahead and capture your screenshots now before moving forward in this video. So for the next step, we just need to set up our folio. So as you can see, I'll switch over to the folio here. For your refinement page, you'll have a photo or an image of your final typeface completed. Then what you need to do is create a new slide below, and this will be your refinement annotation slide. Okay? So this is where you will place these three screenshots. You might have more, you might only have two. But you should have at least three. That way we kind of get an idea of how you created your typeface. So when it comes to annotating those images, you must list what media you have used. So it'll be the same throughout, and how you have used it. That will change every time. So the next step is to evaluate how you're using this media worked for your design with a focus on your design elements. So picking one element to focus on that you focused on while using that specific tool. So for example, this written example, I have used computer software as my media to create my refined Goldie type. I have utilized the pen tool, that's referring specifically to the media, in Adobe Illustrator to help me manipulate line work. By using the pen tool, I've been able to create a refined, elegant typeface. So that's describing how I've used it. And then that utilizes a selection of both flowing and sharp shapes. Okay. Again, for our next image, doing the same thing, start the same way. We still need to know what media you're using, even if it's on the same page and you're using the same program. So I have used a computer software to create my refined Goldie type. I've utilized the compound path tool in Adobe Illustrator to help me create a full letter forms. By using the compound path tool, I've been able to create a bold set of letter forms. That's how it's worked for me. That can be filled with bold, bright, vivid colors. So basically telling me how I can form that design element color. Third and final step, same again, using that media. I've used computer software as my media to create my refined Goldie type. I've utilized the color fill tool in Adobe Illustrator to help me experiment with a range of colors. By using the color fill tool, I've been able to experiment with a range of colors and lines, telling me how I've used it and how it's worked for my design, and to further develop which color will best suit my typeface. So again, just touching on the design element. So at the end of those three, your folio should look like this. So beside each picture, you should have that annotation. So you should be able to do at least three discussing that process of creation. The next step, you just need to create one more slide, and this will be your refinement evaluation. So your final evaluation here. This can be found on the final slide of the instructions, and basically you must describe your final design with reference to at least three design elements and three design principles. So if you forget what they are, they're listed in this slide here. So to read mine out, you can use more. I think once it starts flowing, the principles are actually quite easy to use to discuss your work. The design elements might be a little harder, but we want to include those. I might let you guys just read this one here. It's quite straightforward. I've just really discussed how I've used my design elements and then essentially using the principles to describe how they're working for the viewer. Okay, so use this as your example to build from when completing your final evaluation, which will be under your annotation slide. And that is your design process fully complete for creating your typeface.